Look at that. 8:14 right now. That's Pikes Peak, isn't it? Beautiful mountain right here in Colorado. It's a beautiful morning. You know, each year, 30% of students are the target of bullying and cyberbullying across the country. It's definitely a problem. So what do you do when your child is the target of bullies? Our natural instinct as parents, I think, is to chase away the bullies and call the parents and call the school. Not that you shouldn't do that, but there are some other things that maybe you're not thinking of. Dr. Charles Fay from Love and Logic. Always a pleasure to have you, my friend. And you have a great perspective on all of this. I love the way you think about things. Bullying isn't always necessarily something that parents should fix. I mean, not that we don't want to fix it,
right.
But there are other ways to tackle this problem.
Absolutely. And the question for us parents is, are we going to raise kids who have grit and the ability to handle the bullies they meet when they're adults, or are we going to raise kids who just believe they're victims all the time?
Well, that's the hard thing, right? Is teaching them that it's not your fault, but you got to get some thicker skin, and here's how you deal with it.
And the message to the kid is, I believe in you. I know you're strong, and I'm really sorry you're going through this. This really hurts. Lots of love, lots of compassion, but the message that you can handle this, and let's talk about how you're going to work with this person so you can be successful.
All right, so let's go through some things. What should parents do? Should we rescue the kids?
Well, sometimes.
Sometimes.
When they're overwhelmed, we have to do it. That's what good parents do. But we want to err on the side of listening a lot to the kid and then asking the kid this question. This is critical. What do you think you're going to do? But see, that empowers the kid. It says, I believe in you so much. I believe that you have the strength to be able to be victorious rather than a victim in this situation.
Interesting.
So asking the kid, what do you think you're going to do? They're not going to have great ideas most of the time.
Right. But it's our job to help them navigate to the right idea.
Yeah, then we can give them some ideas.
Right.
And, you know, one of the questions is, does that kid, you know, constantly pick on you when you're not with him?
Right.
And well, how could that happen?
Right.
So,
it's interesting you say that, because I think a lot of parents have dealt with that. You know, you try to teach your kids, why are you spending time with this kid?
Well, it's not politically correct to say, but a lot of these kids are like moths to the flame.
Right.
And it's pretty hard to protect somebody when they keep putting themselves in dangerous situations. So they need to be responsible for their safety.
Well, and I like this little book that you have here. It's called Bullying When Your Child is the Target, and it's got a lot of practical stories. I want to read something out of here. It says, when we believe our children can cope and solve problems, they believe they don't have to be traumatized by the bad manners, rudeness, and bullying of others. So it's not about necessarily fixing this problem right now. It's about trying to create a different attitude for your kids.
It's about creating a population of people that have big person pants in their wardrobe.
Yeah. You got to put those on once in a while.
I'm telling you, life is hard, and kids got to have grit. We got to balance that with great compassion. We need to rescue them when they're overwhelmed, but let's raise some real strong kids. We need those.
If there's one thing parents tell their kids today, in terms of dealing with bullying, what should we sit down and tell our kids?
Well, I love you.
Yeah.
I love you, and you're capable, and let's think about some creative ways of maybe even using a little humor with that kid. So when he calls you a name, you say, well, I never thought of it that way. Thanks for the information.
Thank you for your suggestion.
Yeah, that's
we'll
helpful.
put that in the suggestion box. I won't be hanging out with you anymore.
Yes.
All right, well, this little book here is fantastic. I've just been flipping through it this morning. It's called Bullying When Your Child is the Target. It is available right now. I saw it on your website. It's pretty inexpensive.
Right.
The website is loveandlogic.com. Dr. Fay, we always appreciate you having it. I mean, so many easy solutions and different ways, I think, of looking at things sometimes with kids, because man, they're confusing sometimes.
It's so hard.
I'm here to tell you, he's right. It is hard. Greg, you don't know yet, but you likely will someday.
Yeah, I'm letting you get through.
Don't ask me for the answer.